Hello my lovelies, Sophia here. Welcome back to the channel. I am just going to put some stuff into the chat and find it all and set it all up. Hopefully it won't crash again, because every week I'm sick of it crashing, buffering, and then having two lives. So let me just go in to find it so I can see your chat. Hello my lovely, let me just get set up first with all the gumph, then your reading will be first. Right, anybody just joining in, I am just setting this up. And I do have BJ who has paid for a reading prior. Hello my lovely. Right, let me just get rid of this. There is no adding. Just put your question into the chats. I'm just setting this up, so I'm not doing the guidance message yet because BJ has paid for a reading. First. I am on here for 2 hours. I've only just come on, so there's plenty of time. Right. Yes, I know, darling. I know your question. I've already said you're going to reconcile. So you just have to let it unfold, but you have to be in the receiving mindset. So can you bear that in mind, BJ? Or else you're just going to fall down to putting your power outside of you into readings, and you're going to go down a rabbit hole. Okay, every success story I have always says how they wasted a lot of money on readings because they were searching for answers outside of themselves. Until you change, out there is not going to change. Right, okay, so let me just go into my WhatsApp for where you put the question, because you weren't asking about whether you're going to reconcile. I've already told you that you are. Okay, stop looking at the how and the when, or else you're in a lack energy. You see it as already done. You're already together. You're not waiting. You're not hoping, and you're not wishing. All right. So let me just look at this. You were wanting to know about her feelings, I think. But Spirit doesn't really go into feelings. They're not coming from the ego like we are. They're energy beings. Okay. In your heart, you know that you're going to get back together. So that's the energy of knowing. Okay. Your ego is saying, yes, but what's she actually thinking and feeling? If you're going to be back together, she's not thinking and feeling that she hates you and doesn't love you. Okay, do you notice the difference there? And you're getting stuck into readings. So, what are you asking here? I thought you'd put in there. Perhaps it was on your question. Oh, it was on your payment thing. Okay. I want to know more about my situation. Right. So it's literally what Spirit wants to tell you. Okay. I do want to look at your energy first, because remember, it's never about the who you want or the what you want. It's about who you're being. Okay. Are you in receiving mode or are you in waiting mode? Okay. You're still very 3D focused. Okay. So you're looking outside of it, waiting. When's there going to be movement? What are the signs? Okay, so you're very reactive to the physical world instead of going within. Okay, so your energy, and then you're sat there going, well, nothing's happening. You haven't changed the story. Look at all the storybooks here. They've actually got cobwebs on them. Okay, so you're still in the old story. You're not seeing yourself as together. So therefore, you're keeping that separation. Remember, no one is separate from you. You're under the same awareness and consciousness. Okay. So Spirit is saying here for you, you have to, the victory wreath is around the sword, which is your thoughts. In order to get victory and success, your thoughts have to change. Okay. So your energy is not in receiving mode at all. It's in lack energy, it's in hurry up energy, it's in impatience energy, it's how's it going to happen, when's it going to happen. Okay, so your energy is not in the right energy to receive it. You're not in the right energy. You're out of alignment. Okay. Okay, and because you've slipped back into that energy, she is reflecting that back. Remember, they are a reflection of you. So because you've slipped back into this energy of where is it? When's it going to happen? What's she thinking and feeling? You decide what she's thinking and feeling. She has to conform to what you're saying. Okay, so she's gone back. Now the wheel has turned again, that she is back in this negative energy. Because you're in a negative energy of waiting. So she's in a negative energy of I ain't doing nothing. Okay. So yes, she still wants to talk to you. Okay. But she's having negative thoughts because you've gone back into the negative. And you may not be consciously aware of that, but you are now, Spirit is saying. Okay. It can be sneaky little things, even a sneaky little thing of, she's not here. Okay. So Spirit is saying the future depends. The news coming in the future depends on you changing. Okay. You haven't changed. Okay. Yes, the attraction is still there. Spirit is saying this is the attraction card. Somebody finding you attractive, you finding her attractive. And this is the mirror. You have to remember she's a mirror of you. All right, my lovely. So come on. If you don't change, it won't change out there. Also, you've got to, Spirit is saying, see this as a new love. Okay, it's a new relationship, not the old relationship. You're not thinking of the old relationship. That didn't work. You're looking at the new relationship. We're so loving together. We love and adore each other. I'm so happy that we're back together. Okay, you're still sort of, when you forgive in your heart for your part in it, okay, as you release and heal the past, you're going back in the past, the old story, okay, you experience more love in the present moments. So any old story, any story other than I'm, so glad we're back together, we're so in love, okay, any other story of separation has to go. No contact, separation, it has to go. All right, then she'll show up. I know it's a man, but there isn't a female one showing up. Okay, then she will show up as you are claiming it. Okay, you're in charge of your world. the world. You're in charge of your world. You say what goes on. Okay, so there isn't one there. Okay, so you've got some things to shift there. All right. What's she thinking and feeling? I've just asked Spirit. Well, Spirit is saying, well, her emotions are all over the place because your emotions are all over the place. She merely reflects. She's not off in her own world doing what she wants to do. She is reflecting back your emotions. And because you're all over the place waiting and hoping, her emotions are all over the place. Okay? So be strong, be confident, my lovely. You've got to, when you're strong and confident, she'll march in strong and confident. All right. So some things to tweak there. Okay. It doesn't, you've got to change within or else the outside cannot change. You know this, Spirit is saying. Yet you're going down, giving your power away, saying, well, where is it? Okay. You decide. She doesn't have a say in this. You choose a version of her. All these piles of tarot cards see as different versions of her. Well, this is a version of her that loves and adores you. Yeah, the door's open. She can come in at any moment. But you're focused over here. Okay? You're focused over here. So Spirit is saying, trust. You know, we've already told you you're going to get back together. You already know in your heart you're going to get back together. Okay? Your new beginnings, the door's open. So you have to focus on only the story you want to experience. So you've gone, BJ, from being quite positive in our conversation to now gone back into lack and looking at the 3D and doubting and questioning and fearing. Okay? You've gone back into reactive. And you're looking at time. Don't look at time. This thief isn't stealing a watch. He's stealing, isn't stealing a wallet. He's stealing a pocket watch. So when Spirit brings this card out, it's you're robbing yourself of time because there is only right now. So right now you are either the man who's in that relationship and she's your wife or girlfriend, or she's not, because there is no time. There's only the now moment. Do you understand, Spirit is saying? You're seeing your cupboard as empty. Yeah, but she's not here. All right. Morning, Mandy. For those of you that have just joined in, can you scroll back through the chat just to see the bits that I've dropped in about what I'm doing on here and why I'm on here? Remember, BJ, it's just a decision. You decide. There's nothing to fear. It's your reality. So you're just deciding she's my girlfriend. She's my fiance. She's my wife. And you walk around as that version of you who is her husband or her boyfriend. All right? For you, little light, excuse me. For you, little light, Spirit is saying that he wants to reveal things to you. This is a revealing card to me when Spirit pulls this. Okay, because again, he's a reflection of you. So if you've been thinking that he is desperate to ask you out on a date or that he really fancies you, then he has to reflect that back. Okay, so keep up the inner work of the story that you want to see unfold and experience, and not the one that you don't. Right, okay, I'm going to go into the Spirit. Okay, so the first of the collective readings for anybody who this resonates with. If this one doesn't resonate with you, then don't forget on my other lives that I've done, go into the old lives, you know, the previous lives, and then you can go into the comments and look at the timestamps for the other lives. The other spirit messages and love message and career message that I'll be doing throughout. Okay. Okay, so the spirit message today is, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Okay, so the timing is right for whatever you want, and a happy outcome follows your positive expectations, not your fears, not your doubts, not your questioning, the knowing. I'm expecting it. Okay? Pay attention to synchronicities. Okay? Notice anything that's synchronistic. Remember, there are no coincidences, there's synchronicities. Little signs from spiritual nudges. Okay? And you know when you hear something or see something or just feel the need to do something without questioning it or doubting it or having anxiety. Okay, notice it, and then don't let pride get in the way. Don't talk yourself out of it. All right, just be yourself. You're perfect as you are. What's not is the story you're telling. Okay, as to why you can't have it. All right, the situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. We are all very powerful. We're spiritual beings. We're not our egoic human selves. That's just the character. Our spiritual being is the observer of the character that you've been named as, the character that you see yourself going around as. But you're bigger than that. Your authentic self is the knowing, the deciding, the choosing. That's your free will. Okay, so in other words, if you want what you want, Get out of your own way. Don't talk yourself out of it, and then follow any signs that you see. Okay? Act on it and just be yourself. What you want is already yours, or else you wouldn't want it. We can't experience things that we're not meant to have. Hello, Izzy, my lovely. I always talk a bit slower on the lives because obviously there are different countries that join in. Okay, and some people can understand, you know, English, but then they need it at a slower pace, if you like. I notice when I'm speaking to international clients, if I talk in my normal way, then they're like, can you repeat that? I didn't hear that. Hello, Iman, my lovely. Sorry, Spirit didn't want that. I went to that, but Spirit said no. This one. Yeah. Okay. Right, I'm not really sure from these, okay? I feel that there's I can see that there's more around this, but it's not something I can go into with just these two cards, okay? Because we've got deceit. So this is him focused on his marriage, okay? Or not focused on it, sorry. Spirit is correcting me. There are marriage things going on in his energy where his marriage is taking up more of his energy, okay? So this is focused on what his energy, he's not focused on you, okay? But there's deceit here, all right? So it may be that he feels, you know, oh, I shouldn't give in to the feelings that I have for Iman. I should be focused on my marriage. It may be that there's marriage problems because of deceit or lies, okay? So I don't know, because it's only two cards and I can't pull another one on that one, so I don't really know. But again, you know full well to focus on what you want. It's not about him. So checking his energy is still telling you you don't have it. Because if you had him, you wouldn't be asking what he's doing. Okay, so you're stuck in that loop of causing a delay. Yeah, Spirit is literally saying, you know, he's mine. He's my lover. He's all mine. Like the miser, this money is mine. He's mine. I'm the one he thinks about. I'm the one who's in his heart. Okay. You can do if you want to know more. see what Spirit brings out. It may not be much more. It's a chance you take. I never know what Spirit's going to say or do. If you say, I guess I know what is happening, then leave it at that. You know. Okay. Okay, remember, I can't force them. Sometimes they don't tell us everything, my lovely. So don't be disappointed if they don't, okay? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Which can be annoying at times, but that's part of our journey to learn from, our lessons. Okay. So in his energy, Iman, there is really something going on around his home. Okay, like Spirit said. All right, this is an empty home. There's no light on. It's emptiness in there. It's dark. There's destruction there. Things falling apart. All right. So it doesn't necessarily mean, when I look back at that success story over the years that I told the client that he was not happy, he still stayed in that toxic relationship. Okay. So when you're hearing that, yes, he's having problems, it doesn't mean he's ready to walk away. Okay. So bear that in mind as well. he is attracted to you. I've always said he is anyway. All right, he is attracted to you. He does care deeply about you. All right, and he wants things to go further. He wants things to blossom. You can't deny your heart, okay? And Spirit is saying here, you know, heart-to-heart conversations, courting, dating, seeing each other. Expect it to come. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to come any day now. Okay, it could be weeks, it could be months, it could be years. If Spirit is showing me that the two of you are going to be together, timings can change. Okay, I know you're going to be together, whether it's 5 days from now, 5 weeks from now, 5 months from now, or 5 years from now, just like I always knew with the other lady that they would be together, and now they are, but it took a long time. Okay, Spirit is saying in your energy, you're still up and down. Okay, you can still have those moments where you self-sabotage. It's purely a decision. You are deciding moment to moment when you think about him that he's yours. Okay, no, the deceit isn't related to you. Okay, so Spirit is saying if you want the news of him coming towards you, or to hear the news that he's not happy in his marriage, then you have to release the story that is not serving you. Okay, how can he be married to somebody else if he's with you? All right, so get out of your way, Spirit is saying, so that you can allow this in, because he's not happy in his marriage. All right. The deceit was with him, not in your energy with you. Okay, the deceit is that shit is going on around him. All right. Now, deceit can be, as I say, he feels he's lying in his marriage because he's attracted to you. Okay, it could be that he's found out that his wife's lying to him. It could be that she's having an affair. All right, but he's definitely attracted to you. Iman, Spirit is saying, look at where your mind has straight away gone. Out of all the reading and everything that's been said, you've latched on to one word and panicked. Blown yourself up, my lovely. Triggered. Look at the bigger meaning of the reading, Spirit is saying, and what we're actually saying, Spirit is saying. Okay. I had to look up a word yesterday. I was reading for somebody and Spirit said a word that I do not use. And I was like, oh, Spirit is saying this, but I don't know why they're saying it, because it's not a word I know. So I had to look it up, and it fit perfectly with what they were saying. I was like, okay, I'm just... And the client I was doing the reading for, she was like, I don't know what it means either. I'm not sure. So we were sort of guessing, and I was like, no, let me just look it up so that we know what Spirit means here. It was quite funny. I can't even remember what the word was, because I can't remember what the word was because it's not one I use, so it's gone straight out my head. They've done it a couple of times where they've said something and it's not a word I use at all. It's not in my vocabulary. It's that Melody. And hello, my lovely. Hello, loving my boys. For those of you that have just joined in, if you have just joined in, can you scroll back through the chat so that I don't have to keep posting the same thing and flooding the chat myself? Just put your question in the chat, but do go back to what I don't cover, which is health, legal or pregnancy questions, and be over 18. Okay, and what's the initial of your person? What's his initial? Okay. I do feel that there's more. Okay, but obviously with just the 2 card guidance, I can only give you what's come out here. all right? Because we do have the negativity. It doesn't mean it's dark. Okay, that card can mean that there's negative people influence him. It could just be negative thoughts, because you do have a very strong, he loves you very much. Okay, when Spirit brings this card out, it's that your two hearts are connected as one. All right, so whenever Spirit will bring this card, even if somebody's in no contact or hasn't heard from that person for years, if I see this card, I know that your hearts are still connected and that you will come back together. Okay, but there is some negativity around. Now, whether it's dark, that he's doing dark stuff, I don't know, because this for me is just negativity. All right, by all means, you can pay for a bigger reading or book a personal reading. But whether you want to walk away is totally up to you. You obviously love each other. And I don't know whether it's just dark, you know, just negative thoughts. You're thinking negatively about him and assuming things without facts. It could be as simple as that. Remember that these little guidance messages, all right, they're just short. They're not deep clarity. Something like that, you would need deep clarity. To walk away from a relationship based on 2 cards is not something I would recommend. Okay, it's something where you would need more guidance and a bigger picture from it. Okay. I don't feel it's dark energy. I just think it's that there's been the way that you're viewing each other is negative, despite the love that you have for each other. Okay, or it could be negative people around. There's something more to it, definitely. But a short guidance isn't going to give you that. Hello, Michelle. Welcome. Okay, Michelle, for you. Okay, for you, just general guidance that Spirit wants to tell you is this is a card of family. Okay, there are groups of seals that look like rocks, but they're seals like this one. Okay, so this card is always a family group. Okay, so it may be that you are, well, we've got self-love. Okay, so it may be that you've been very focused on family and you need to give attention to yourself. It may be that you've had negative family encounters, so put the love back on yourself. Okay, it could be a number of things with this, but take what resonates. Okay, whatever's going on with family, whether it's because you've been family focused and not focused on yourself, or there's been negative things going on in the family, put your love back onto yourself. You're your main priority. Okay, take what resonates there. Hello, Jeremiah. I'm fine, thank you. Well done. It's just choosing and prioritizing and committing to yourself and loving yourself for who you are, without trying to be someone or trying to get something. Just be you. A bit like in the collective spirit message we had, where at the beginning, where Spirit said, be your authentic self. Okay, Jeremiah, for you. Oh, okay. Are you dating anybody at the moment, Jeremiah? Are you looking for love? Or are you wanting a new opportunity? This card for me is either a new person coming in, okay, because it's got the helmet on, so you can't see who it is, okay, or it could be an opportunity that you're waiting for, okay. Either love that you've got to give to somebody who's coming in, or it could be loving an opportunity that's coming in. So if you're looking for a job that you're going to love, okay, so someone or something is coming in for you that you're going to love. I'd have to go deeper into that as to whether it's them. I don't know if it is, because of this is usually a new person, all right, when they pull this. I don't know. Could be, I don't know. Not with just the message that they gave. I can look deeper if you want to pay for a bigger reading. Spirit did say, Jeremiah, deceit. Okay, so it could be that if there are trust issues, she may not be ready to come back in, or there may be trust issues that you have with her. So I'm not sure if it is her. Okay, I can't guarantee it's her. Mandy, are you back in the chat? Ah, right, okay. I did wonder why they said that. There's always a reason they say it. Say something. Hello, my lovely. I am fine, thank you. Mandy, are you back in the chat, my lovely? Just paid for a reading. Yes. Okay, Mandy, is you say in relation to a person, is this a family member, a friend, a work colleague, a lover? What's the connection? I'm just waiting for Mandy's reply to the connection to the person she's asking about. Yes, which one? Who are they to you? Is this romantic, family, friend, work colleague? Right. The reason I'm asking is because I have different piles that Spirit will draw. So these are like love. That's work. These are just friends, family. Okay, so I need to know which deck to work with for Spirit before I start channeling them. Because they don't tell me names. They just give me the energy around things. Okay, if you don't want to put it, that's fine. You'll just get what you're given. Right, okay. Okay, Are you two not talking at the moment? Because there's some negativity around this. All right. But what Spirit is saying is that by the end of February, or over these winter, what I know you're not in winter, you're in your summer, but over these, what we class as winter months here, which is December, January, February, okay, there has been movement behind the scenes, even if you're not seeing it. Okay, so despite what is negative, there is going to be renewed energy. So what seems dead is going to be re-energized. Okay. She can be quite stubborn. Okay. This is her energy. So quite stubborn, or she could be quite controlling. All right. Even perhaps a little bit in your face as well. So that could be the negativity. It may be that you are still talking, but you're wondering why she's being quite negative, or why she is this way, because that's who she is, Spirit is saying. Okay. She does worry and stress a lot as well. All right. And gets in her emotions. So she's a bit of a loose cannon, I'd like to say. It's coming to mind from Spirit. Okay, you never really know where you are with her. One minute she seems quite confident. She seems like, this is what I want. Then she's worrying. Then she's getting all emotional. So it's like she's a different person, perhaps every time you see her. Okay. It's not anything you've done in this connection. So if you're wanting to know, it depends what you're wanting to know about it. Okay, when people come to me for readings, they will say, I've got this situation with a person. Can you see why they're treating me this way? Or if we're going to talk again. Okay, so you've left it sort of as it could be anything. So you literally have to take this as whatever fits. Okay, there needs to definitely be peace, and again, emotions balanced here. Okay, there needs to be peace. Perhaps you're just wanting a peaceful relationship, but it's too emotional and up and down. All right. So, if you're not in contact, then she does think about you. If you are in contact, then it's just the way she sees things, how she sees things, those sort of thoughts that she has here. So are you in contact, Mandy, or not? Because Spirit just gave me the number 2. So if you're not in contact, then expect to hear from her, if not within the next 2 weeks, then over the next 2 months. Okay, if you are in contact, then hopefully if you can see her in the way that Spirit is saying, that it's not you haven't done anything wrong, that's just how she is, very up and down. All right, she recently passed. Why didn't you say that? Okay. So doing it from a death point of view then, in Spirit, that's a totally different reading. Okay. There's always a different connection. When you're wanting me, please note, any of you, when you are wanting me, when I say I channel Spirit, I'm not channeling your spirit, loved ones. Okay, I'm channeling a universal spirit who does the readings for me. All right, they don't tell me names, they don't tell me situations, they give me the energy around the questions that we're asking them. When you are wanting a reading on someone who's passed away, then you have to let me know that they're not here. Okay, so that I can call them forward. They don't always want to come forward. All right, so I'll try and call her forward. Gabby, because I haven't had her come in. I haven't had any indication that she's passed over. So hasn't come in to sort of say. And I didn't get death, so I didn't know it. That's why I was saying, who is she? Okay, Gabby, are you there? Okay, still saying about the negative situation, I suppose. Did she have a child? No. Okay. It's all right. With the page coming out, I didn't know she had a child. That's fine. So she's saying here, there's been something negative has been revealed since she's passed away. She's talking about negativity, okay, and judgment twice. The judgment card, okay, and then two different decks. The judgment. All right. So she's saying that something's been revealed, or she's become aware of in spirit that something's been revealed that's had a negative impact on her. Okay, so either people have been judging her or talking negatively about her, okay, and she doesn't like it. Okay, so she's wanting that to be known, all right? Now, it may not be something you are aware of. Okay, if she's just a friend, you may not be aware of that in her family or what's been said behind closed doors. Okay, but she is wanting you to know that she is safe outside of this world. Okay, she's crossed over, and she knows that she is missed, all right, by you or by family. Did she have a partner then? Because she's definitely saying about a man here. Okay, this is about relationship that felt disappointed and let down. So it could be that a man here, all right, it could be it's usually a romantic partner, all right, is felt disappointed or let down because she'd gone, or it may be that you've gone through a breakup. Somebody's let you down and she's around you through a breakup, okay, or where somebody is letting you down here. It's not quite what you expected there, but it's either her, she's saying that she felt let down, or she's let down at this man because of, I'm not getting her through very strong. That's why I'm all over the place with her. I don't know how long ago she passed, but she is just all over the place with her energy. And I can't really hear what she's saying. She's just giving me the images. But she is wanting her family to know and you to know that she is around you and giving love as well here. Can you clarify this bit for me, please? What are you on about here? Again, to do with her passing, her crossing over. What about it then? Who's the love relationship? Is this you? Miserable. So was she not in a happy relationship before she passed away? I don't know whether she's talking about you not being in a happy relationship or whether it was her. So you know, she's not telling me which one it is. I've tried asking her and she's not saying you or her. So I don't know. But she's fine. She's not happy about the way people are talking about her though. or she's found something out since she's crossed over that she didn't like. She is okay. She's safe. She's saying here she knows she's missed. She's just not being clear enough on this middle bit. Give me another, give me more. What do you want about? Again, definitely to do with a man. Here. Love, romantic connection. Good. As long as it makes sense to you, because I have no idea what she's on about here. But she is okay. She is okay. Is there anything else you want to ask her before she steps back? I always say that contacting spirit for me is like trying to get hold of them on the phone. They are either don't answer, they're either busy, or it's engaged, or they don't come through. It's dark and I got what I need to know. Good, okay. Righty-ho. And sometimes they don't come through very strong, and other times they just shut your ears off. They don't shut up. Never know what I'm going to get. And especially if she recently passed as well, Mandy, that's why her energy's all over the place. Because for me, for some reason, trying to get hold of people who have just passed, their energy is so scattered. Because I suppose, really, it's a shock to some of them. Okay. You know, where am I? One minute I'm alive and the next minute I'm not. I feel I always get more recently passed if it's been where they've had an illness and they knew they were going to pass, or if it was premeditated. And they knew, obviously. But for those that weren't expecting it, their energy can be like Tigger sometimes, all over the place. And they're not really... for me, sometimes their communication is quite slow or limited. Not for all readers, though. Not for all readers. We all come get different levels through, different things through. Hello, Nini, my lovely. Hello, Harshita. Okay, I will be doing the collective love reading next. See what Spirit wants to say about love. Don't forget you can hear it back after the live, because I will put the collective readings from Spirit into the comment section so that you can see the timestamp for it. We've had the Spirit message. Going to do the love reading next, and then career towards the next hour, or towards the end of this hour. Right, so Spirit. Okay, So the love reading is for 3 areas. If you are single and you are not wanting anybody from your past back, okay, then for if you're in no contact and you're wanting somebody back, okay, and those of you who are having up and down, not up and down, if you're having hot and cold behavior in a relationship or you've had an argument, okay. So Spirit, for those of the singles, okay, I'm going to keep all of those for the singles. Ooh. Okay, and this one, actually, this is quite a lot. What was that one? That was that one. Right, so one for if you are single. Hubba bubba bubba. Okay. So straight, the first card out was somebody has their eye on you. Somebody is watching you. Okay, I don't feel it's you watching them. You might have noticed them, but they've definitely noticed you. Okay, and it is an attraction here. Okay, they are fit. They're looking at you thinking you're fit, that you're gorgeous, that you're beautiful. It is an attraction. See how they're being like this peacock. They're going to come in and let how they feel know. Okay, they are going to reveal to you that they want more from you. They want more. You're in their heart. Okay, so again, this is someone new. For those of you who have been in quite a good energy, in a good place, somebody has been noticing your beautiful energy and is very attracted to you. You know, they're already thinking the world of you. All right, they are wanting to tell you how they feel. They've got no doubt in their mind that they are coming forward quickly and fast. Okay, so, and you can trust this person, male or female, you can trust this person. They're honest and trustworthy. So for those of you who are looking for love and you've been open for love, you're not in a low energy about it, you're feeling good about yourself, you've been just doing you. Okay, your energy has given off the signal of, hey, I'm amazing, I know my worth and value, and somebody is going to come rushing in for you. You're already on their radar. Okay. For those of you in no contact. Okay. So even though you're in separation, in no contact, okay, your person is still serious about you and still loves you. All right, this is true love. They're serious about you. But what Spirit is saying is that they are very much in their head and in their fears. Now, that can be because they're fearful, depending on the amount of time. If quite some time has gone past, weeks or months, they don't know if you've moved on. Okay, it could be that they don't know how you're going to react to them, getting in contact, whether you still want to be with them. Okay, but there is some fear and very much in their head, knotted up in their thoughts there. All right. But they know they've got to make a decision and reach out soon. Okay. Sorry, they know they've got to make a decision and be strong and have that confidence to make that decision, to come forward. Okay. And they know that they've got to offer you more than they did before. All right. They've got to offer you more than they did before. And when they do come back in, I'm not saying straight away, but you definitely both have the chance to live together. You may have already been living together and now they're going to move back in. Okay, it could be that you move in with them or you just start up the relationship again and you end up living together. Okay, so the spirit, what spirit is saying is this is when they come in, they're not messing around. They are coming in because they know they've got to show up in a better way. All right, so see it as work together, as moving forward together, as a new relationship. All right, you can't drag the old relationship with you. That fell apart for a reason. So leave it behind. You can learn lessons from it, but don't keep dragging it forward or else it will fall apart again. All right. For those of you who are perhaps having up and downs in a relationship, okay, no, nothing from there. Nothing from there. Okay. So you may be feeling, if you're having problems in a relationship, you could be feeling let down and disappointed. All right. Your person might be feeling let down and disappointed, or feeling that they've let you down, or you feeling that you've let them down. All right. But the love is still very much there. The connection of love is still very much there. So even when we can have an argument with someone or we think something's falling apart, we still have that love in our hearts. All right. And your person does think the world of you. And they, you know, want to put their best foot forward and show up for you in the way that they are wanting to be seen and how you want to be treated. All right. But do pay attention to the red flags. Sometimes we don't want to see the red flags. We ignore them or brush them away, sweep them away. Okay, no. You know, it couldn't be that. But really, when you look back, you can notice the red flags that were smacking you in the face. All right, release what's not serving you. Now, that can be, you know, even if you are still in love with somebody, hoping that you can fix them or change them often leads to you being let down and disappointed while it's breaking you. Okay, so that could be for some of you as well. You might have to release this relationship. For others of you, release the negative thoughts you have or the negative situation that keeps coming back to this situation where you're having arguments or it's very up and down. Okay, because you can be close together, Spirit is saying. All right, so sometimes we just need to release the old emotions, the thoughts that we're having or situations or circumstances. All right. So lots of different ones. Don't forget, I do put the timestamp in the comment section so you can listen to it back. We've already had the spirit message, okay, at the beginning, which I'll put the timestamp in for, and also that was the love one, and then later will be the career one. Hello to all of you that have just joined in. Please just scroll back through the chat to know why I'm on here and what I'm doing whilst I put these cards away. go to you all. I think about you the other day, Wendy. I'm fine, thank you, my lovely. I hear what you're saying, but I dream every night. I've always dreamt. Okay, if I haven't had a dream, I know I've not slept. Okay, I dream every night, and I can have all sorts of dreams, like action dreams, adventure dreams, romance dreams, prophetic dreams. Okay, so really, don't forget, when you're asleep, it's coming from your subconscious mind. All right. Or some people say you go on the astral plane. You leave your body and you go on the astral plane. Just, you have to sort of, you know what your dreams are. Okay, yeah, I have weird dreams. You know, I can dream about people that I've not seen or dated for years and years. You just don't know why they pop up. Okay, it's not necessarily when you're thinking about someone. Yes, it can be. I'm not saying it can't. Okay, but you sort of have a feeling for what the dream is. Like, I can dream about something and I just think, oh, it doesn't matter. But sometimes I'll feel that was telling me something. So you have to interpret it to your level of what you usually dream. You know your dreams. Hello, CC. Just put their initial for me. Okay. You in contact or no contact? So don't forget, with just 2 cards, it's going to be very minimal. Okay. There is no list, Navleen. Just put your question in. But do scroll back as to what I don't answer. I will repost some stuff, but I just want to do CC's. Okay. This card for me, CC, whenever I see that, you've still got a heart connection. So if you are still having feelings for them, doesn't matter how long, like with that recent success story that I've still yet to publish, it had been 18 years. Okay, she knew in her heart and it never failed her. Okay, so if you know in your heart that you still have feelings for him, he's still got feelings for you. Okay, but there is this looking at the cupboard as empty. All right, so it could be that he's going through hardships at this time, or it could be that you are still looking at the cupboard as empty. You are not embodying the version of you. Remember, it's never about the who, it's about the you. Who are you being? Okay, so you'll have to take that as to what your situation is at the moment. All right. Unless you want a bigger reading, that's up to you. I don't do soulmates, my lovely. Because I channel a universal spirit who doesn't do soulmates. Because soulmate is actually a word that was invented in 1822 by a poet. Okay, soulmate to spirit is the same as the love of my life, the person I love. Okay, if you are not feeling it with your person, then they're not the person for you. It's as simple as that. You can, sweetheart, Nini, there are, just type it into fucking Google. You can type anything into Google. Okay. I had a dream about this. What does it mean? I will do it on both. I will upload it to both. And haven't I got a playlist as well that they're in, success stories, so it could be, I'll add it in there in the playlist. You just put your question in there, chat, my lovely. Yes, Sophia, what is your question? Just type your question into the chat. Okay, for you, Sophia, Spirit isn't bringing any events. They're saying that you've got some thinking to do. So over the next 2 months, you may be doing a lot of thinking and reflecting, because you're very much, your thoughts are stopping your heart's desires coming in, what you want coming in. So look at where your thoughts are going. All right, Spirit always says, if in your heart you're wanting somebody, but you're something or somebody, but your head is telling a different story, you're not in alignment with it. Okay, your thoughts have to be matching what your heart desires. So doesn't look like a lot is going to actually happen over the next 2 months that is life-changing or anything to get excited about. But really have a good think about, if there's something you're really wanting, what thoughts are you having that's stopping it coming in? Okay, are you thinking negatively about it? Moaning and complaining about something? Okay, so it's stopping it coming in, Spirit is saying. They don't do, a lot of people think that live readings are like, you know, spin an 8 ball. Oh, look, there's a yes, no. Oh, go for it. Or that it's like fortune telling. Oh, you're going to meet a man in 2 weeks' time. No, that's not how I work. This is guidance to help people to get the life they want, or to get out of a situation or out of their own way, so that they can enjoy what they're entitled to. Because if you want something, you want it because it's meant for you to have. But a lot of times we think against it, or we worry, we question, we doubt, we fear. So I channel a universal spirit who helps people, and that's what my new service is going to be. But I'm yet to launch it. I did try to sit down to do it earlier, and something else came up. Because I was hoping to have it all sorted today and put it on my website, but I just didn't have time. Okay. But it's not just entertainment. I mean, yes, it is classed as entertainment, okay, because we can't say, you know, we have to say it's for entertainment purposes only. However, I'm all about helping people, and that's why I channel Spirit to get, you know, they know. Spirit knows how the universe works, okay, and what you need to do to get in alignment. Remember, everything is energy, vibration and frequency. So the frequency you're transmitting, you will get experiences to match that frequency that you're sending out. Okay, so if you're getting in your own way, then you're going to keep experiencing things that hurt you or disappoint you, or you feel like you're not getting anywhere. Okay, Mama. How you move to a different frequency is by changing how the story you're telling yourself. Okay, so you want something, but you've got a different story going on that doesn't match the story if you had it, or if you know you can have it. Okay, it's changing your frequency to knowing and deciding and knowing and be in receiving mode rather than worrying, questioning, doubting, fearing. Okay. Mel, this isn't really clear, so I don't know. Okay, and it's not fair for me to put cards back and pull some more. Okay, things being in his, this is his energy. It could be that he's got a money situation going on. Okay, with the coin. It could just be that he's feeling a bit more balanced and secure within himself. So it's either something financial or just his emotional well-being. It doesn't really tell me a lot, to be honest. I'm not getting much from it either, Mama. So I don't know. But again, you know it's not about the who, it's the you. As it says in Loki. Okay, let's do the collective career reading. Woo. Only take PayPal in the lives, okay? I think you can, I'm not sure. It doesn't work in all countries. All countries can't get it, but that's what I put into about PayPal. And it says you can pay by card. Right, so if you are worried about career, or anybody who is, this is a collective reading from Spirit for those of you regarding career, it's not going to resonate with all of you. Remember, it's not a personal reading. Okay, but Spirit is saying the wheels are turning. Okay, the wheel is turning for you to leave something, walk away from something. Okay, so this is for those of you who are not happy where you are and you're wanting to leave. Okay, it's like you've had enough and you're wanting to leave, but Spirit is saying be patient. Okay, but remain confident and strong, because there is work there, because you're very good at what you do. Okay, an opportunity will be there. All right, and you'll be jumping for joy. So they're drawing me to the 8 and the 9. All right, so if you are in a job and you're absolutely hating it and you're wanting to leave, okay, but you're worried that you might not find something else, okay, Spirit is saying, well, just be patient, but be strong and confident. Start applying for jobs, okay, but once you start applying, then hopefully over 8 to 9 days, or within 8 to 9 weeks, there will be an offer for you. Okay, so that's a general collective reading. Okay, there are major changes for growth, okay, at work. So don't worry. Okay, if you're not happy in a job, then start looking for something. Okay, take that leap of faith. You don't have to leave it without having something else, but at least instead of just being unhappy, just, you know, start looking, start applying. Okay, because there's no reason why for a lot of you, you can't get a job. Okay, and again, you know, even telling yourself, remember, we have beliefs and we have limiting beliefs. So what's the difference? Spirit has taught me that a belief is you know, where the majority of humans have a belief. We believe that the sky is blue and the grass is green. Okay, let's not nitpick and say, well, if it's a cloudy day, it's dark or whatever, or if it's nighttime, it's dark. The overall belief is that grass is green. Okay, the sky is blue. If we were to draw a picture, it would be a blue sky, green, the grass is green. Okay, a limiting belief is where you limit yourself by a belief that you have that others don't. Okay, so I hear a lot of times, oh, well, I really want to look for a job, but the market isn't very active at the moment, or it's a competitive market. Now, somebody else will not have that belief, so they will get a job quicker because they've got the assumption, I'm a fucking good employee and I can get a job anywhere. So look at your limiting beliefs. Okay? So look at what's limiting you, because what's limiting you is a belief you have that is not stopping others. Other people are getting jobs all the time. Okay, remember, it's always the story you tell when you think about things that you will keep experiencing. So for example, Sophia, because I am old enough to, employers will not choose me as first choice. Rubbish. There are lots of older people, even in their 60s and 70s, that are being employed, okay, for their experience. So stop telling yourself that. That ties in perfectly with your free reading, where Spirit was saying, look at what thoughts are stopping you getting what you want. Okay? Always look at the first thought that pops into your head. The first thought that pops into your head is usually the software that you are running on. Okay? Yes, you might have had people say, oh, I'm sorry, you're too old, which they shouldn't do these days because that's ageism. Okay? But you can still change the story. The physical world is malleable. It can change at any moment when you change the story within. It's not set in stone. Okay, there is not one path. All of these decks see as different paths. So in Sophia's case, she's stuck in this timeline where I'm too old and no one will choose me. Okay, so she's not seeing herself as chosen. She's not seeing herself as prioritized. She's not seeing herself as good enough. So she will stay in that timeline. But there's a timeline running parallel, a parallel timeline where she is chosen, whatever age she is. But she's not tapped in and tuned into that one. She's in this limited one, limiting herself by a belief system that is not fact. You're experiencing it as a fact because we experience what story we tell. Okay, so either carry on making it a nightmare or make it a success story. The choice is yours. You change the way you're thinking about it. Yeah, any employer is happy to employ me because I am good enough. I am experienced enough. That job is mine. I can have any job. All you do is change the story, change the way you're thinking. Okay, we've got 10 minutes, my lovelies. Right, and don't forget, I will put the timestamps into the comment section for the spirit message, the love message, and the career message, so that you can find them and see them quickly. Okay. Did you look it up, Nini? For me, if I mean, that is a run-of-the-mill dream for me. Dreaming about old neighbourhoods, even from when I was a child, and Christ, I'm nearly 60. Okay, I can still dream about somewhere where I used to live when I was 5 or 6. Okay, and old things. I just don't give it a meaning. I don't bother with dream meanings. I know when I have a dream that feels different. I know if a dream has a meaning to me. Otherwise, it's just like watching a movie. I gave up interpreting dreams 30 years ago. Yeah, just really, oh, that was nice. I caught up with some old friends in an old neighbourhood. Oh, that was sweet. But in my day-to-day life, I have other things to think of. I have other shit to think about. Yes, loved ones that are passed over. I always know when it's just a dream about them, or they're in it, or when there's a message for me from them. Yes. And I just asked your mother, and she says, be strong, be confident. Okay. And again, be confident. Just be strong and confident. And I love how this little cherub there, she's blowing you a kiss. Okay. I'm around you, blowing you a kiss. Okay. Just be strong, be confident. Okay. Have courage. They usually do come in when we are worried about something, as if to say, look, we're here. They're always giving you your spirit team, and your loved ones go on to your spirit team, okay, with your higher self, your spirit guides and guardian angels, okay. So they're all rooting for you. They're like cheerleaders. But when you're relaxed is when you can get the intuitive nudges from them. Okay, and you'll know when it's a nudge from them because it feels calm, it feels right. You don't question it, you don't doubt it, you don't fear it. It's just right information and you act on it. in a positive way. You know, you take action on it. Other times it's just them sort of saying, look, we're here. We're, you know, moving things around for you. You're safe. You're protected. Just trust. Have faith. Right. Anybody else for anything else before I come off? I won't do the comments, the timestamp straight away, because my favourite program's on at 9 on the hour, and it's on for an hour, so I'll do it after I've watched that. Around Christmas time, I felt at peace, like being hugged, and I was just laying in bed. Yes. So that was her way of saying she was around you at Christmas. They usually are around at family events or holidays. You know, just like if they were alive, they'd be hanging around, going to things, going to weddings, going to things, being invited to things. They are quite often there. Quite often I'll get through as well, you know, that they've even been to the hairdressers with you, or they've, you know, quite often I hear, you know, I'll say to somebody that I'm reading for, have you changed your hair? Have you done something to your hair? Have you had it styled differently, cut differently, or coloured? And they say yes, and I say because they're telling me that they like what you've done to your hair. Even buying shoes. I've had that before. Somebody, you know, spirits say that they were around somebody when they were buying some new shoes, getting some new shoes. Okay, my lovelies, as it's quiet. And that's all right, Nini. No, usually you just say hello. Never mind. You're allowed to talk. Right. Okay, as it is quiet, I will come off early. So, I mean, it's only 4 minutes early, but hey ho. If nobody else is popping in or got anything else to say, then let's call it a night. Okay, my lovelies. Well, thank you all for joining in. Don't forget, I will put the timestamps in for the collective readings. Okay? So, love you all. Love and light.